Hey, welcome to another vlog, the post-birthday vlog. It is April 7th, 2025, and I'm a ripe young 46 now. It's a boring age. And it is 7:44 p.m., and yes, we still have the Easter tree up. Soon, let's see if it'll do it. Soon, we're gonna leave it up to be the, come on, 4th of July tree? Nope. Comes up after this. That's the Easter colors. Anyways, Jesus. Yeah, these vlogs get long. If you want to we time code them so you can skip around and only watch what you want or watch it in whatever order you'd like to. So there's a link in the description. There's links in. Okay. There's gaps in the red play bar timeline. That shows you chapter stops. Or you open up the description, you'll see a big list of blue numbers with what each thing is. Click wherever you want and do whatever you want there. So we are going to do some cooking, sort of. I just did it. And it's something a little lighter after a decadent weekend of eating. We got a crazy cocktail coming in. I swear, this thing does go red, white, and blue at some point, as soon as I turn it away. And the cocktail may have involved more cooking than the cooking did. We did not make it to really many movies. The weather's been so awful, we skipped a bunch of stuff, but we did. For whatever reason, I decided to torture us with a picture of margaritas and watching Kraven. So we'll be reviewing that. We're going to open up a lightsaber, because even though we did a lightsaber last time, well, it's my birthday weekend, and I'm opening up a lightsaber. We got Disney pins. We have a taste test, a new junk food taste test. I have a little bit of a vacation update, because we found out something new I signed up for on one of the trips, and I think that's about it. Seriously? It doesn't go red, white, and blue often, but it does go red, white, and blue. I don't know why it's doing it. We'll take this thing down eventually, but not yet, because we're not to Easter yet. And that's totally why. It's not a made-up excuse. Come on, man. Anyways, enjoy your vlog. Hey, everybody, welcome to the cooking segment. Cow. Mama had a cow, mama had a chicken. I said it wrong. Mary's eating delicious smelling Chinese food over there. And I'm about to make a stupid salad. It is April 7th, 2025. It is 6:37 p.m. I had a wonderful birthday weekend where I overindulged in great decadent foods for 3 days in a row. Hence, I came up with, let me make a salad. Now, obviously, the salad itself isn't going to be anything that specific or particular. You can do what you want. I'm going to make kind of a Mexican salad because what I chose to do is do a cilantro vinaigrette, which I've never made, and I have a reason for that. I'm going to jump into the future a little bit. In the cocktail later in this video, I used some cilantro and I set aside stems to do something. So I'm gonna use that here, and it should make this dressing even more flavorful. So sorry for like the 30% of the audience that can't enjoy cilantro. I think this one's just not gonna be for you, but maybe you'll get some salad inspirations. I don't know. So we have a little bit of prep work. Mostly this is easy. I have a little bit, mostly some prep for the, I got a little prep for the dressing, which I guess I'll do the dressing prep for, I don't know which way I want to do this. Let's just get these veggies prepped. We'll figure out the rest of the way. We're going to need a lot of cilantro. We're going to need some olive oil. We're going to need some vinegar. We'll talk about that. And we're going to do some garlic in this one, some salt, a little bit of red pepper flake. And that's pretty much all that is in the vinaigrette. There are other versions. Uses different vinegars, uses shallot, which is kind of a garlicky onion. So I just went with a simpler one because it's late and I need to get this vlog done. So let's bring this down so you can see my prep work. I got my little NutriBullet. I'm sure you can do it in a blender too, but I found my NutriBullet, does a real good job of super blending stuff. That's mostly just stuff we're gonna use in the salad. I'm gonna set the cilantro aside. And I will go ahead and do the garlic because that's all going in the cup. The recipe I am following says a garlic clove. So of course I'm gonna do that much garlic, except with a little bit of cleanup work. Honestly, it all just kind of peeled out real easy on its own. So I was like, well, might as well use it all. And we can just rough chop it up a little bit too. We don't even need to, I just want to help the NutriBullet along. So let's just give it a few nice cuts there and into the blending cup. We'll cut that one down the middle. Mostly just taking off the roots and looking for any damage. But yeah, this is some of the most easy peel garlic I've had to deal with in a long time. Most of the paper was just literally just coming right off with, like, I pick it up and it's like, oh, hey, let me peel myself for you. And I was like, well, thank you. Like, is it still my birthday? I mean, technically it's still my birthday week because I didn't really get to celebrate a full week. I stayed too busy leading up to it. Great birthday weekend, but the week itself, we'll see. It's good so far. Okay, we got that just out of the way for the dressing. Let's go ahead and deal with my Roma tomatoes. I peeled this off camera. It's an older onion. I meant to peel it where you could watch, but then I kind of forgot. Because I was talking to my beautiful wife, who was very, very kind to me all birthday weekend long. Now she's back to being really mean. I got the look. I am obviously joking, everybody. I have rinsed these tomatoes off. I don't know how many of these I'm actually gonna want because I'm only making like a single salad. I got a lot of extra ingredients here. Let me find a little something to throw these in. Come on, I'm gonna have a long boy back here somewhere. I could have sworn I put a short long boy back in here. Apparently not. Well, we'll just overstuff one of those because we know we're gonna use more than I'm storing, so that'll work. So I got a couple of nice Roma tomatoes here. We are gonna dice these down. And I'm gonna take my ring off just because this might get a little sloppy. Just take off the tops here. Yeah, these are nice. Kind of want to take out the innards a little bit too because I don't want these to be too wet. I do want more of the kind of crispy tomato bit, you know? Less of the innards, more of the skins. Because as you can see, that's where it gets really, really watery. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, that all looks pretty good. Probably should kind of just paper towel these down on some too, so they'll make my little bit cleaner board to work with here. All right. This guy's a little less juicy. Now, if I was making a salsa or something, I'd be keeping all these innards. But, you know, I'm not looking for juicy. I'm just looking for a nice little tomato bite. Because we're making obviously, I think I may have mentioned, I'm going to go kind of a Mexican-themed salad here. And there's some obvious ingredients you'd probably normally do in this that I think I'm skipping just either out of laziness or out of caloric concern. All right, let me see what I got paper towel here. Let's see if we can kind of clean some of this out. Just make these a little drier as we work through them. Just a little patting, a little Oswalding. Now let's work on dicing all this down to nice little bite-sized chunks. And I probably should have opened this before I started. I think things through like a genius. Hopefully we'll make fairly quick work of this. I know what I need to do to make it go a little bit faster now. It just occurred to me. Those are fine. So this you just cut down to what you like as a bite-sized chunk. Some of these are a little easier than others, but I do need to find a way to make this go a little faster. There we go. Make sure I get through the skins. I desperately need to sharpen my knife or get a new one, get a proper one. And, you know, I'm being very aware and careful of my fingers here. It's looking pretty good though. Probably should have just diced one down and called it a day. Then I could have sliced the other one and made myself some Chicago hot dogs later. Whoops. Again, I'm good at thinking things through. That's right, these will be really nice in like a snack wrap, or if I make up some tacos, some low-calorie tacos later. Not that I typically don't like tomato in my tacos though, unless we're doing like some pico. Actually, this would be good for an omelet, some eggs. Now, I had considered cooking up bacon. I was gonna do like romaine lettuce, tomatoes, and bacon, and ape the local restaurant Malone's, their famous Lexingtonian salad. But I honestly didn't want to wait an extra hour to make the bacon. I mean, obviously I could have done it faster if I pan fried or whatever, but I still prefer just baking it in the oven. It's so much cleaner and easier. Come on now, guys. Almost there. Then we just got to do some onion and the rest gets very easy. And even the onion, we're going to mandolin because I want some very thin sliced red onion for the salad. I thought about not using the red onion, and then I was like, you know, I think it'll go really good in here. And then I can always use some thin sliced red onion sitting around. Need to make some pickled red onions. I haven't done that in a minute. Ooh. Actually, now I won't have time to test this tonight, but actually considering what I've got cooking or, you know, brewing in the fridge, you'll find out about in a minute. It's like, ooh, that could be very interesting. I'll talk about that later. All right, so our tomatoes are almost there. Okie dokie. Now I gotta carefully set those to the side. And I guess they can just sit right there. Okay. Clean up my workspace here a little bit. Just about done with the major kniff. Just need to do one, maybe two bit of rough choppings here. All right, let me grab my mandolin. And we got this on thin, we have this on thick right now. So actually, maybe I'll just slice off a little bit of thin onion. And I might make some thick so I can do a pickled onion with this special vinegar I've come up with. What am I doing? Not thinking it through, that's what I'm doing. What do I want to put the onions in though? I don't know what I want to put the onions in. All right. Oh boy. I don't want to use one of those. Well, I guess I'll use one of these. Screw it. Well, let's see, what I'm gonna have my salad in. Let's not what I'm gonna. Hold on. This is not what I'm gonna toss my salad in, but this is what I'm gonna end up eating my salad out of. So I'm gonna put my thin onions in here for right now. I'm just gonna slice off about what I think I'll need. But I do need to get rid of the top of the onion here. Top of the onion to you. And if that word, use it. Okay. Now we'll just take off a few thin sliced onions here. Honestly, maybe a little more. That should be more than enough for my salad. I'm gonna just split those in half. Real easy like. I had a feeling I screwed up here. Hold on. There we go. Did that work? Yeah, it worked well enough. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm just kind of breaking those up, setting them aside for throwing into the actual salad I'm gonna make. And I may have already sliced more than I want thin. Oh, there it comes. There comes the onion potency. Oi. Whew. All right, I'll set that. Well, actually, you can just sit there. All right, I'm gonna set this over to the side. I'm gonna switch out for the thick blade. And we'll cut this down the rest of the way flat. Oh, there we go. I mean thick. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. And again, I'm gonna cut these in half the easy way. And for now, they can all just go in here. I can make up my mind later if I want to do the trick I was talking about. Ooh, boy. I'm gonna get maybe... Shit, not the cleanest job there, but a job that'll work. And same for these. Let's cut these into halves real quick. That does it. All right, then I can decide later if I want to dice those, pickle them, or what. Oh, and there come the waterworks. Oh boy. Whew. It's a potent red onion. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that is, let me think this through. I think that is all the cutting I need to do. Oh boy. But I definitely need to wipe my eyes. Oh boy. Oh, that's a bit potent.
Just a bit?
Yep. Okay, so those are setting aside for later use. Okay, do I need to actually chop anything else? I don't think so. Well, actually, I do want to dice up some of my jalapenos and stuff for the salad, but we'll come back to that once we start building a salad. As a matter of fact, actually, I need to get behind you, excuse me. I don't know why I didn't think this through. This is what I'm going to toss my salad in, so let's go ahead and get those onions in there. Alrighty. Can you see what I'm doing? Hell yeah, let's just go ahead and dump a bunch of tomato in there too. That looks pretty good. Close that up. I'm gonna use some green onions in the salad too. Why not, right? Layers of onions. Let's get some in there. It's all just, you know, to your own liking. Whites and greens going in. And because I'm a fan and I don't want this already diced cilantro from the other day that's still good, we're gonna put a nice little pinch of that and just straight into the salad. And, oh, that's right, you're waiting on me for the compost. I'm almost there.
No, I didn't do anything to compost.
Oh, that's right. Well, no,
That's how you were setting stuff aside. Remember?
okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were waiting. I was trying to be... see, I told you my birthday's over and she's being mean.
No, that's too full for you to really put anything else in there. So,
Challenge accepted. No.
I'm sure you can shove things in there and then back out.
Let's dice up a couple of jalapenos. Just a little rough chopping.
chops it nice. Oof.
Hey, some ladies like that. I would do more jalapeno, but again, we're going to also be doing some serrano in here, so. Okay, there's that. Oh, yeah. Oh, the onion just got me going. Whew. All right, let's get some serranos in there. Make another red one in there. Same deal here. I want to bite to them. I'm treating. Good thing this knife is not that sharp. Almost stabbed my finger. Not cut it, stabbed it. I felt the point of the knife.
What's your drink?
I have not had anything to drink yet, which is the problem. Yeah, that's probably good. And, okay. So far, other than lettuce, that's pretty much our salad. Oh, nope, that's not true. I've also got some black beans I made recently. Put some of those in there. Boom. See, I'm being good about using all the stuff in the fridge. Let's do some. It'll disperse a little bit. Of course, the onions want to stick to the bottom. We'll get in here and really toss it around in a bit. But that's already looking pretty good. I mean, just that veggie mix. Look at that. Just look at how pretty that is.
That is very pretty.
I'm almost like I don't even put any lettuce in it. Okay. Now we got to do some cilantro and make our vinaigrette here. So I am done with this. Okay, almost there, gang. Now don't worry about this being a shorter cooking segment than usual because you're about to have the longest cocktail segment I've ever done. There's probably more cooking involved in the upcoming cocktail than there is in this dish I'm making now. All right, so now, excuse me, we need about 2 packed cups of cilantro. So I'm going to measure a cup out just to get an idea. We don't want stems, so I had Mary pick me up 2 lush piles. Oh, these are not lush, so I'm glad I had her pick me up 2. Dang, look at this. That is a tiny ass bundle of cilantro. What the fuck, grocery store? I'll be lucky to call that 1 packed cup. Yeah, this is not enough cilantro. Shit. That's hardly a packed cup, but... That's concerning. I mean, I'm not worried about flavor. We should have plenty of cilantro flavor, but...
Did I choose badly?
That one's a little better. I don't think you had a good choice. These are very tiny bundles.
Oh yeah, those are pretty bulky.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you chose badly. I think you just didn't have a good choice. But if I'd known they were that small, I probably would have got a third one because I need like 2 packed cups.
Oh.
I don't think I'm getting that. Oh well, I still appreciate it. It ain't your fault.
Okay.
I wasn't super clear, but I didn't know it was going to be slim pickings. So anyways, we've got what we've got. Don't worry if a little water gets into this blend. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Now we just got to measure out a few other ingredients, blend it up, and we're pretty much good to go. It smells good though. It smells nice and fresh and lovely. All right, now I need to. All right, we're gonna want 1/2 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and maybe a little water if needed. Okay, let me take a picture of this bowl though, because this stuff looks really good. Let's bring that over so you can look at it while I'm working. All right, oh yeah, right, I'm measuring out the rest of the ingredients. So I think you said half a cup, right? Half a cup of olive oil. Half a cup of olive oil. We're gonna want a tablespoon and a half teaspoon. Give me my half teaspoon, you are, and there's my tablespoon, all right. We're gonna want kosher salt. All right, so we want a teaspoon of kosher salt, so I want 2 half teaspoons of kosher salt. 1, 2, and a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Sure, I'll only put half a teaspoon in here. No, I'll try to be kind of good here. A heaping half teaspoon though. Alrighty. And then, oh no. Come on, man. Did I not get that on right? Nope, it's on right. There we are. All right, move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and do the half cup of the olive oil. Again, I really need to get some tasty olive oil. I mean, this is technically meant for eating, but I think this is really more of a cooking olive oil myself. But it's what I've got. I don't have, even my EVOO isn't much better. Oh, there's not a lot left in this. I need to get some actual just new olive oil. Alrighty. And then for the part I'm very excited about, because we've done everything else, right? We've got our cilantro in there, our olive oil, our garlic, our salt, our red pepper. Water if needed, we'll wait and see. We need vinegar. Now, here's where it gets fun. Some recipes say apple cider, red wine vinegar, some recipes say white vinegar, whatever. I picked something up off a video where this restaurant chef loves to let her stems, her cilantro stems, steep in a blend of white and apple cider vinegar, and that's what I've done. It's been sitting for 3 or 4 days, so it should really extra infuse the cilantro taste into it, theoretically. And I don't know if it's an actual 1-to-1 vinegar she was working with, but I thought, let's try this. So we want 2 tablespoons of this. Okay, let's try and get it without. Also, I've got some leaves in here, so hopefully that's not really a problem. It took a little bit of a leaf, but I'll take it. 1. Come on now. Play nice, Captain. Yeah, there's 2. Let's just do just a touch more. There. And we'll see how that plays out. It could be horrible, honestly. Set that aside for now in case we want to play with more. All right, so we need to blend this up in the NutriBullet, but before we do that, let's go ahead and I got Mary pick me up a giant bag of some chopped romaine for this salad. So let me get some of that out there for my actual salad here. And I guess I'm gonna have a fairly substantial sized salad. I might have some soup with this. Not on camera, but. Yeah. Huh. How does this have calories? Lettuce has calories? Interesting. What are the ingredients on this? Is there something in here that's more than lettuce? No, just romaine lettuce. Huh. Okay, let me kind of toss this together. I'm gonna choose a couple big old soup spoons. I'm not like gonna completely toss it just yet, because obviously I want to toss some dressing around there, but I thought I'd at least start distributing ingredients.
Right.
Heard, thank you. Actually, I guess I might have had a little better luck if I just thrown on some gloves and used my hands.
Quite possibly.
We might do that with the, once we get some dressing in here. Okay, got a good feeling about this.
Smells good.
It does smell good. All right, let's blend up this dressing and hope it's dope. It's definitely gonna make more than I need. But maybe it goes good on other stuff, you know?
Maybe tacos?
Maybe, oh no. You don't want vinaigrette on tacos. I don't think so, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'll bring the camera, oh, hold on, check for addresses or anything. Nope. Bring the camera over so you can just see it blending. Got it nice and sealed. And if there's cats around, loud noise. Looking good. Now I like to turn it back over, shake it down a little bit, and give it a chance to reincorporate, and we'll give it one more little blending. It's definitely much. I'll get back to it. Okay. I got a good feeling about this. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. Although I do see a little bit of chunky garlic going on, but I don't mind. It's got a nice dressing quality. Ooh, that smells fantastic. The vinegar and the garlic and the cilantro in there. We'll just finger taste. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Oh. Well, that's really good. Saltier than I anticipated. I don't know that it needed that salt. But once it kind of spreads out, especially since my beans didn't have any salt, they're not from a can. Oh, that's quite tasty. Oh, that'd be a great vegetable dip. I think, though, I would make this without the salt in the future. Oh, that's really good. All right, no idea how much I'm putting in here. I'm gonna say I have about a cup. So let's see if we can go about half a cup in here, maybe. Start there. And no, I'm not going to use gloves. I think I'll lose too much dressing to the gloves. This much salad might have needed more dressing. I think I definitely made two. I mean, I don't know. If this is a dinner salad, it's a pretty appropriate portion, I guess, so. Okay. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty well dressed. I think we did about the right amount in there. So now let's just plate some up. Whoops, that fell in my mouth. I don't think that got super dressed though. All right, let's plate some out. I used to have salad tongs. One of these days, I'll remember to get some new ones. They broke a while back. Now you could also like throw some, grate some cheese on here or something. Like if you got Oaxaca cheese, I'm just out of Oaxaca cheese. It's the best cheese in the world. That is also spelled with O-X, by the way. The first letters, in case you're trying to look that up. Oaxaca is a very famous city, I want to say, in Mexico. And they just have some of the best stuff everywhere, anywhere. Let's see if I can get a little more red stuff kind of on top, just for plating pretty purposes. Just to show off what's in this salad a little bit better. Man, those onions turned really green. I like it. And again, some crispy tortilla strips or something probably be on there. I'm thinking right now, like this just needs, visually, this just needs something to make it pop a little more. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't have anything that's not green to make this pop more. Huh. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I do. But again, this is where if I did have tortilla strips, I think that would work beautifully. I could crumble up some chips. That might be my best bet. Hold on. Let's see what we can do here. And hopefully still make it look pretty. A couple of chips in here. We'll hide that. We'll hide that accident. Still needs a little something. I don't know what it needs. It's just even the vegetables are kind of hiding out because, you know, they got coated in so much blended cilantro. I do think some cheese. Am I sure I don't have Oaxaca cheese? I know I debated about buying some recently. Oh wait. Ooh, or cojita. Let's do cojita. So this is more like a crumbly Parmesan. Yeah, and I did have Oaxaca cheese, but I think this will be a little neater. Just gotta get some. It's a little old. There we go. That's starting to bring it a little more life. It smells good. But dang, that is kind of having a hard time. There we go. Ah, yes. Now we're talking. Oops. That's right, I'm sure I got a little more out than I needed. That's bringing some life to it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now we at least have something more visually appealing. I could theoretically throw some like fresh red jalapenos on top of there too, just to give it a little visual. Let's do that. Oh, here we go. This will help out some too. So you can actually see what's in the salad. Now this is more about food photography than actual serving. Just trying to make it a little more visually interesting. for the thumbnail and the photography. Come on, little tomato guy, come on. There we go. Okay, that is much more visually appealing. Here is your, I have no idea what I'll call this. Clearly it's some kind of Mexican salad. In a cilantro vinaigrette. Huh? Like Eric's making a salad? What? All right. Ain't nothing to it but to chew it. All right, fine. Wish me luck. Well, I think it's the red pepper flake. Because I don't think I might have had a pepper in that bite. This might take a couple bites to get a sense of it. I'm having trouble getting the beans. Yeah, that's pretty good. I do quite like that dressing. I didn't actually take a picture of it when it was all super dressed, did I? Oh my God, what an idiot I am. I mean, I can always do a frame grab or something, but I made it look all pretty like that and I didn't take a damn picture. I didn't take a picture at any point. That looks better. I can cheat with that for just showing my dad. Oh yeah, it's got some nice heat going on. Oh, hell, let's use some of this more of this countertop cheese. And I got this one big clump here. I like the beans in there. I'm glad I put some red onion in there, but I like how much onion is in there, like the green onion with the red. The saltiness from the dressing blends in nice now, but I still would take it out personally. Tortilla strips. I'm glad I put some chips in there. I just got one. Honestly, maybe a little crumbled chorizo in here, and then we're just killing it. Oh yeah, this is one of those things too, like the flavor is piling up the more I eat it. Oh yeah. Yeah, now I'm really getting to some of the beans and tomatoes and peppers. All right. I'm gonna call this a success. Obviously, it's something pretty simple, pretty easy. I would improve that cilantro vinaigrette a little bit. I do think the cilantro vinegar really helped bring out more of the cilantro flavor, so pretty happy with that. Actually, I'm mildly curious. I want to see what this just tastes like on its own. Just a tiny spoon taste. Because there's so much else going on here, you know, who knows how much this is actually working. So I got a little spoonful here. Oh yeah, that cilantro is infused like motherfucker in there. Oh, I'm definitely gonna make some barbecue sauce out of that. Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, I think this dressing could probably just use more of that. I'd maybe double the vinegar next time. Cut the salt, double the vinegar. Yeah, and basically I did a cup and a half of white vinegar and a cup and a half of apple cider vinegar, and I just tore off the bottom stem. Some leaves are in there. I don't know if that's actually a problem. And then just set in the fridge for like 3 or 4 days. if you want to make that, and if you got ideas for what to do with something like that, let me know. I almost kind of want to like do some new potatoes and dress them with some olive oil and that vinegar. Some sea salt, bake those up a little bit. Maybe some micro cilantro on there, pardon me. I think we got a winner. Cool. I'm gonna eat. Hey everybody, taste test time, and Sing Sing let Mary out on a, shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Conjugal visit. But we're gonna eat some snacks first.
It's super windy outside today. I thought it was really good and I don't want to take it off.
I'm making fun of her, but I'm not making fun of her. It's just, it's not a look you see a lot, so I just wanted to have a little fun with it. But we are gonna do a taste test. We got 4 items here. We're actually sitting on 8, so I broke it down to 4. And since it's my birthday week, one of them's a bit of a splurge. So we're gonna do 2 savory, and I guess the other 2 count as sweet. One, Mary might not even get a try. We'll see. But I figure we'll start with the Lay's.
Okay.
So we found another limited edition that you can find right now of Lay's potato chips. That sounds interesting. Chesapeake Bay Crab Spice.
I'm sure we haven't had this before.
No, this one's like brand new. We've not had this. I'm excited though. It looks interesting. I don't know if I like Chesapeake Bay crab. Probably, it's probably fine.
I mean, it's a spice one. So.
Right. Oh, it smells interesting. You might be thinking the Old Bay seasoned goldfish crackers.
Maybe.
That were pretty damn good. Ooh, these look very, very seasoned.
Yeah, they do actually.
I definitely got a lot of flavor. The question is, how much do I like the flavor?
I should say it's like a flavor, but I can't pick anything distinctive.
Well, I got a few flavors along the way. Let me try to walk through it this time. So I kind of get that salt, maybe some Old Bay. I didn't get almost lime coming through. And then there's like a hint of a artificial fishiness in the back, just a super hint of it. They're fine.
It's all right, but
Yeah.
like I say, I'm having trouble. I mean, I'll eat them.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get eaten. They're not like toss them, but they're also not ones like, oh, I must hurry out and buy another bag. Right now, I'd buy another bag of the All Dressed if I was gonna buy more. But they're not bad. I think they're worth a try. For us, I think they're kind of mid-tier. But I think if like you're a big fan of crab or Old Bay stuff, or you know, Chesapeake Bay, you probably should try these. I'm just not huge on crab or lobster. Mostly because, you know, it's just a pain in the butt to eat. Now, granted, if it's already like, you know, out of the shell and cooked or whatever, sure. I guess I prefer artificial or imitation crab, you know, when it comes to sushi and stuff. And lobster's cool. I guess it's a little bit better when it's like those tiny langoustine or something like that. I don't know. Next up, we have corn chips. Pretty sure we've had these before.
I showed them one.
All right, we got them, guys. So I've been watching. I got into. I mean, I like binging with Babbitt. She's one of my better food creators, but I don't watch him all the time. But lately, he's been doing a lot of videos where he like tries everything of a certain type of food. So like we watched eggs, every egg preparation. There's an every boxed mac and cheese. There's like every bottled water, which I'm going to watch because I'm curious about that. But one we watched the other night was every jarred salsa. And I've kind of been out of the jarred salsa game because I make my own. I make pretty damn good stuff. But what I did not know is that Cholula had salsas. Now he had the red salsa. I don't know if we got up to the video where he did the verde. Now the red is supposed to, he was like, oh, this has some real heat to it. So I was excited. But our Kroger was sold out of the red. But we found that they had a verde. And I love a verde. That's my favorite salsa to make. Now, granted, this is mild, so hopefully Mary can try it. It is their 1 pepper star on here. I guess I should show this off. And considering there might be a picture, probably will be a picture of margaritas on my birthday Sunday, I thought it might be good to go ahead and have some salsa open.
Me too.
Maybe. I am kind of, no, I feel like, there we go. Almost got it. There we are. I'm fresh out of the shower, so. Ooh, it's very wet. Ooh, it smells pretty good. Definitely smells like tomatillo. I guess I probably should have opened the chips first. We do the delicate operation. This will probably taste really good with the cocktail I have planned for later. These are my favorite tortilla chips, by the way.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be mild, so we'll see. It is very, very, you know, soupy. My verde is a little chunkier.
Yours verde is a lot chunkier. From what I remember.
Well, let's go.
And you did. So, is it mild?
Well, so far I'm not getting any heat.
You're dripping inside the jar.
Oh, shoot. Thought I just dripped on my hand. There's a touch of heat. I think you'll be okay for trying this. It may build. I'm not really sure how I feel about the flavor. It's very vinegary. Thank you for being the bag lady, by the way. I'm the jar man.
There's really not that much flavor to it. I mean, there's something, but I couldn't tell you what.
I mostly get vinegar. A little bit of tomatillo.
Like a very thick vinegar.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a serrano there, but it's not super hot. It is building heat a little bit. I get a little touch of the tartness. I think, yeah, I'm getting more flavor as I eat more. It's pretty good. I don't love it. I don't think I'd be excited to buy this one again, but I do still want to try their red salsa. Yeah, I'm actually building up a little heat, so maybe I'm getting bigger bites of salsa. Oh, here's a shadow. Is it? Weird.
Yes, it's a show.
That's so weird. It's
I
alright.
could do it fast.
Yeah, I think
Not because it's too hot, just because it's too meh.
yeah, it builds though. I do like this. This will go really good with margaritas. Cut through so much sweet. So I'm okay with that. But I'm not as impressed as I had hoped to be. My verde is definitely tastier. But honestly too, I don't even use vinegar in my verde.
What did you broke it?
It's a sign to eat more chips and salsa. Yeah, that absolutely snapped. Well, I guess we need to buy more chip clips. Well, here. Use that one because I want to keep those a little bit fresher than I hear about the Lays.
So what's
Okay.
next?
Well, next is, we also saw, like I told you, Binging with Babish did bottles of water. So next is some Dasani. The brand of choice in Disney World. All right, I assume we'll do this one
Sure.
and then move to that last because that's going to be the most decadent.
Okay.
So we finally got one of these. We actually sat on it a little bit. We could have done it in the last taste test, but because it's not with all the junk food, I kind of keep forgetting we have it. Not super fans of things like this, but I'm really curious about this one. Brr, 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 brr. Orange vanilla Coke. Dreamsicle Coke. Mary loves dreamsicles. I do love dreamsicles. I don't mind Coke. I don't drink a lot of soda anymore. I used to be a Mountain Dew fiend way back in the day, and kind of realized how many calories a day I was getting just from drinking that. And it's like, I'd rather do that with alcohol.
That's just like, yeah. If I want something fizzy, I'll have a sparkling water or.
Well, I get it out of my vodka sodas, so.
Yeah.
Or when I make a
Club sodas.
Dark and Stormy, or when I make a Cuba Libre.
Careful about shaking that up, dude.
My birthday. You're on a conjugal visit. That's the face I married, and I love it. All right, let's try this son of a bitch. Oh my God. Smells like Coke. I might get a hint of the vanilla and the orange. My sniffer's working pretty good right now.
I think I can definitely smell the orange.
I assume I'll go first. I'll be the poison taster.
Halfway space, not doing like, oh.
Spit it back in the bottle. interesting. I'm going to need more. I can't tell if the salsa is still competing a little bit.
Oh, I can definitely taste it.
I mean, I definitely kind of taste the orange and the vanilla and the Coke, but none of them are like super present for me, at least on that first sip. I'm definitely getting a little vanilla on the back end. It's not quite as cloyingly sweet as a standard Coke on the back end. I think the vanilla smooths that out a little.
It's drinkable. I won't even go out of my way to get one.
I think I'm the same way. I think I do like it. I think I'll enjoy this one. And I might be out somewhere and be like, you know what? I'm in the mood. I'll grab one of those, but I don't see myself actively being like, oh, I must go get this.
I wonder how that would go for rum.
It's not the cocktail I was planning on making, but now maybe it is. No, I have to make this other complicated thing. I don't want the other ingredients to go bad. The cocktail I'm going to make has a lot of fresh produce.
It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm agreeing with her. It's like, it's fine. It's good. Well, I think I like it a little more than you, but at the same time, I'm not like, oh, I must go have that.
All right, last.
Well, definitely want to get that flavor out of this mouth, because this next one, I'm very excited for. But Mary's going to be very disappointed, I feel. Or at least that's what she thinks, and she's probably right.
It's one of those things, it falls into the category of things that I want to love, but I feel like I'm going to be horribly disappointed.
Yeah. And honestly, it was just, and since it was kind of a smaller package, there's so many of these that have come out, and we just know better than to get them because the calorie count on this is ridiculous. So it's better just to not to have them around. But I kind of thought birthday time, and this is one of Mary's favorite flavor profiles. Whether they do it right here or not is debatable. And this is limited edition. You should still be able to find these right now. We got some Oreos. S'moreos! So graham cracker cookie, chocolate and marshmallow cream.
So, are you gonna unscrew it, or are you gonna take a?
I'm gonna eat a cookie bite.
Okay.
Now, the reason we don't buy it is if you don't pay attention to these. You want to guess, if you didn't already notice, how many calories in one cookie?
I'm not gonna. I think I saw it's like, what, 140 for two?
That is correct. 70 calories a cookie, which is why I don't tend to buy.
Jesus.
I know,
It did not want to open.
It did not. Oh, look, it's like kind of yin-yanged in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hers is pretty much the same, so that's going to be interesting how you can bite it.
First of all,
Definitely smells like graham cracker, but also smells like an Oreo. This smells really good, actually.
it smells a little off to me.
It smells like graham cracker and chocolate. I like it.
That's just it. I'm not convinced this is graham cracker.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely... Yeah, it's not vanilla cracker. Anyways, let's go.
Okay, maybe it is.
Okay, I kind of love it, but I also think it's just because it's an Oreo. I don't know that the s'more is necessarily playing into it so much. I just haven't had an Oreo in so damn long that even though this isn't a classic
Honestly,
Oreo,
I think all I taste is sugar.
your palate must be off today or something. I mean, you know, not that you're like super taster normally, but I'm definitely getting like the chocolate and a little of the graham. The graham is not as strong as it smells, but I'm getting that chocolate, slightly marshmallowy blend. Oh yeah, no, there, I could definitely get some chocolate marshmallow now that it's settling in a little bit. Okay, I really like these. I like these a lot. But I'm only gonna be able to have like one a day. But unshockingly, unsurprisingly, Mary's disappointed on this one. But you know, you like real s'mores and everything, you know. How do you feel about Oreos in general? For context.
Okay. I can generally pass on Oreo, but sometimes I like desserts that are made with Oreos.
I was just thinking about Oreo crusted cheesecake, things like that.
Yeah, like I had a coworker who used to make like these Oreo ball things that were pretty good.
Or bacon wrap fried Oreos, or even better, bacon wrapped pancake batter fried Oreos. Your brain does not understand that food when you eat it. Your brain has no understanding of what's happening other than you're in heavenly delights.
But
shit, I want another one of those so bad
like
now.
I said, an Oreo in and of itself doesn't do a lot for me.
Oh, okay. Well, there's also that. See, because like I love Oreos, but much like her, I can totally pass them up generally, because honestly, I'm not much of a sweets guy. I like some sweets on occasion. I like a little bit of sweet here and there. But generally, if I'm gonna eat stuff or get calories, I want savory things, you know. Give me more meat. Give me another taco. I mean, shit, for 2 Oreos, I could have an entire other chorizo taco probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd rather have a chorizo taco.
And quite frankly, that would probably be healthier for you.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, especially with the onions and the cilantro, the greatest herb in the world. Suck it, soap boys. No, seriously, I understand it, not for everybody. I just wanted to be jokingly harsh, and I don't know why I called y'all soap boys. Especially because obviously the first person that comes to my mind is one of my longtime subscribers and helpers and awesome people, and she's a lady. Yeah, I'm going to have to hide those for myself. I can only have so many. All right. Overall, well, it was a very disappointing taste test for Mary. I don't think anything hit for Mary.
Yeah, no, not really.
I really love the Oreos. The salsa's grown on me. The Coke's okay. And the chips are okay. So, I think...
Which is fine, because I'm on a diet.
Yeah, I know. That's also, yeah.
And I'm doing really good on it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I apologize, but thank you for helping me. And I'm going to blow it for her on my birthday, because we're going to get too much pizza and cheese sticks, and she's going to drink too many margaritas. And
So I'm going to have to starve myself all day.
I don't. I'm going to go have a big dinner. 220 calories of jalapeno chicken noodle soup and a peanut butter sandwich. It's actually a pretty damn good dinner. Yeah, by the way, I highly recommend. Yeah, you like spicy and you like soups. I don't even like chicken noodle soup. Like, I'm just not, like, chicken noodle soup is just boring unless I'm sick. But this, not sponsored, but this right here is phenomenal. Well, maybe not phenomenal, but it's really, really great. And it has legitimate heat. Not like death heat, but it has legitimate heat. It's basically chicken noodle soup with chunks of little diced jalapeno and red pepper flake, and it just changes the game. So, big fan. Not sponsored, but if you want to send me some free soup, Progresso. All right, that's it. More vlog. All right, brief vacation update, and it's not about the May trip, which is coming up. I got less than a month. Which, we'll give you a better update on in a few weeks once we kind of figure out what I'm going to do lightning lane wise. But the November trip, I have added an event. I have gone ahead and extended my hotel stay. I'm just staying at Pop Century the whole time. And because I got a deal on some of the extensions, so I went for that. But what I discovered is this is going to be me going for the Food and Wine Festival, of course, which is my favorite of the 3 Epcot festivals. And turns out for the last few years, and it was something they used to do and it came back recently or something like that, but there's an entire other sort of sub-festival to the Food and Wine Festival over at the Dolphin and Swan resorts, the Hilton-owned, not technically Disney resorts, but stay in the Disney bubble resorts, right there at Beach Club, Yacht Club, and Boardwalk. They do a 2-night food festival event they call the Food and Wine Classic. The tickets are kind of expensive. It's pretty expensive. You get a discount if you buy both days. It runs approximately, my tickets say 5, but I heard it runs 5:30 to 9:30 both nights. And it is a ton of food booths with apparently spectacular food, as well as a ton of wine booths and wines to taste. And the reason the tickets are so expensive is because over there, it's all you can eat and all you can drink. So Disney's about to lose some money on this fool. Not really. Even at these prices, I would be probably dead if I drank my money back. But there's eating as well. And half the main reason I like going down to Disney anymore is because of all the food and drinks. Well, more the food, because this will be wine. This won't be like specialty cocktails. But, and it turns out they only do it 2 days, and it's November 14th and 15th. I go on November 13th. So I got tickets for that. It seems kind of weird to have tickets this far out. It's on its own website, the Food and Wine Classic, something like that. You can look it up. So it's not in my Disney app. So Mary was smart to say, hey, put that on the calendar so you'll remember when you get closer to November that you got that going on in those first couple of November days. And of course, free transportation basically there from our resort because, as long as the weather's good, because, take a boat over to the Epcot back entrance from Swan and Dolphin or whichever, and then just take that Skyliner all the way back to Caribbean Beach and then transfer to Pop Century. So that'd be a good time. I'm excited about it. And it'll be somewhere where I can show you a bunch of other foods and get a bunch more inspiration for me creating other things. Because as you may have guessed, I love being creative in the kitchen. I got it from my Uncle Otter. I'm going to call him Uncle Otter now. Nah, I can't do that. He's Chef Otter. That I call him. Anyways, that's all I really got on the vacation update. I can't escape the sun. But I'm getting excited for May. I'm really missing Disney. It kicked in the beginning of April. But I guess that's because I just spent a year going every other month or more often. So I'm really feeling the distance right now. But luckily, I'm staying stupid busy. So that helps. All right. Let's do some more vlog. Hold on. No, I'm gonna need this. You know what's coming. I already told you in the beginning. We watched, on my birthday no less, and this was my choosing. Can't fault anybody. We watched Kraven. Marvel's Kraven.
Sony's Kraven?
That's right. It was the SSM MCU. Sony Spider-Man MCU.
And it probably would have been perfectly fine if it wasn't Kraven.
Or if it was like 2002.
Not too.
Now, I'm not super familiar with every iteration of Kraven. My most recent memories are from the Spider-Man 2 game, where I thought he was beautifully portrayed.
Yeah.
But maybe there's some stuff in the comics I don't know about. But immediately, this just felt like you don't understand the character. You're giving him powers he doesn't have.
You made him a good guy.
You made him a good guy, which is also weird. Like, not even an anti-hero, just a good guy.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute.
And I don't know why Zeus never threw lightning bolts at him. You'd think if Kraven was the son of a god, he'd have...
That's why he's got powers. He's a demigod.
Yeah. Plus, listen, there's probably just spoilers for this, because it's not worth preserving. If you don't want spoilers, move on. But I think any of the spoilers we'll talk are probably already given away in trailers and stuff. I'd say the acting was fine. Russell Crowe's Russell Crowen. Aaron Taylor Johnson's given a great performance. It's really the material more than anything that's just bad in this. It all really stems from the script, because I think even there it's like fairly well made and the action's cool enough, and the effects aren't terrible, except maybe a few spots. It also feels like Kraven has already fought Spider-Man and he's task mastering because he knows Spider-Man moves, because he Spider-Man's a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Maybe he's supposed to be like Spider-Monkey.
Yeah, perhaps. And the forced spider dream-esque sequence that again is shown in a trailer is dumb and completely unnecessary and just such an obvious attempt at tying in. And it's even more aggravating now that we've learned Sony could use or even mention Spider-Man in any of these things and never did.
Yeah.
I guess a big surprise for me was I liked kind of the other villain, who is the Rhino. I don't like how he was handled. I think once he's full out Rhino, he looks pretty good. He looks mostly good, very comic accurate. But also, I'm glad Mary looked up who the actor was, because he did look familiar, but I couldn't place it. But he's from a far superior action film. He's Pollux Troy, Castor Troy's brother, in the great, phenomenal John Woo American film Face Off, which I discovered Mary hasn't seen. So I haven't divorced her yet, but we're going to watch it soon. It's like one of my top 5 action films of all time, man. Maybe
the
top
reason
10.
why he was familiar to me is because he also played the cousin of the main character in The Brutalist.
Right, yeah.
That took him in briefly and then kicked him out.
Which is wild, because I did not at all feel that guy looked familiar in that movie. So, I don't know. That was weird to me. But, and I like the performance he gave in this. Again, I'm not super familiar with the Rhino. Maybe there is a comic iteration. This is how it worked. I didn't hate that.
It wasn't. He was like a reverse Bane.
Yeah.
Because he had to stay plugged in to his whatever his drugs were to keep him from transforming.
Well, I wouldn't say it's really a reverse Bane in that. Well, it depends on your iteration of Bane, I guess. Because a lot of times Bane uses Venom to bulk up even more. So
right, but he's using stuff to keep him from turning Rhino. That stuff that he plugged into him is what kept him from bulking up and becoming Rhino.
But sometimes Bane uses it to bulk up and become...
That's why he's a reverse Bane. Bane used steroids to get big. Rhino used whatever to stay small.
Right. Right. In Spain on the plains is where Bane loses his brains. I just hope I don't get assaulted again right now. Jeez. Somebody's a little too passionate about Kraven. Sorry, I didn't know you liked this movie so much.
No, I don't know why. No, it's just baffling why you don't seem to understand this concept.
Because I want to do things to you right now. My brain's not here. Honestly, I'm just trying to avoid talking about Kraven. I guess the next thing is it Madam Web bad?
It's not... I'm not sure if it's the same level of bad, but it's definitely a different sort of bad.
And I would agree with that. I think Madam Web was bad in the writing and bad all around in the execution, whether it's studio interference or not. And also just a bad concept for how they even, before the writing even began, like, this is the story we're going to tell with that character. Okay. And there's bad performances from great performers. Like, I don't have beef with Dakota Johnson. I think in the right role, she's fantastic. Not in that one.
And it's also ADR hell.
Yeah. Although this has some different type of ADR hell, which I had heard about, but I was like, I don't know. It seems, I could see the use of that, but it's not just ADR hell at times, but when it is, it's also AI hell. It's not an artist recreating and animating CG lip replacement and mouth replacement. Apparently they used AI to do that as well, and to let the actors speak certain languages, which I guess they kind of did in The Brutalist. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not totally opposed to it. Like, I'm not a complete AI hater. I think there is some places for the proper use of certain AI. And, I mean, deep fake technology, like Luke Skywalker de-aging, that kind of stuff, like, that's fine. It's not just stealing other people's art and saying you're creating art by doing so. They're feeding their own stuff in there that they have rights to, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not a complete AI hater. Like, I'm fascinated by the idea we're going to start having movies dubbed, and then they're also going to change the mouths to move it. Still prefer subtitles. I like to see movies in their original languages, but I don't know. That was kind of weird. I do think if, gun to my head, I had to rewatch either Madam Web or Kraven, I would probably choose Madam Web for the very simple, I don't know, you could, minorly misogynistic reason. Although I think a lot of ladies would probably, well, not all ladies, but some ladies would agree that if I had to rewatch one of those movies, I'd rather spend a couple hours at least looking at, beautiful women the whole time. Instead of, burly dudes trying to be manly men. I mean, honestly.
I actually go with Kraven.
But yeah.
Mostly because, again, ADR hell with Madam Web, and
I've also had some distance from Madam Web, so I may be blocking some stuff.
And also the sheer level of stupidity that constantly happens in Madam Web.
Well, honestly, though, that's a pro in my column, because at least that was enjoyably bad at times. Kraven's just kind of bad. It's not enjoyably bad, But it does have a couple of cool action sequences. I will give you that. Yeah. Early on, him stopping the poachers. Although you think it's going to end too soon, but then it actually, the next sequence, even though it feels like we've just completely moved on, is still a great continuation, and I did really like that. I mean, at least we finally saw it. I think of all the things we could have watched, we definitely had much better choices I could have chose for my birthday. But we had just finished, or gotten caught up with Daredevil Born Again finally, which is fantastic. Not to speak for you, but I know we've talked about it, love that show. A lot of people, again, it's divisive somehow. I don't know how this one's divisive, but whatever. I think, if anything, I haven't dug into what other people who don't like it are saying about Daredevil, but I think it's more expectations with people, probably. They wanted it to do this thing or that thing, but I've dug it. And the margaritas definitely helped with Kraven. Was there a post scene? Did we even look for a post scene?
don't.
We might have just been ready to turn it off. I'm not sure that we cared enough to see if there was a post scene, and if there was, it's absolutely forgettable.
I don't remember. I don't think we watched to the end.
It's possible because it was like 3:30 in the morning or something by that point because we got a late start. Oh, Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow.
Does Kraven have a post-credit scene?
It does not. Wow.
No.
Good. We didn't miss anything. Not that we would have missed anything anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I hope we get a proper Kraven, like the one in the Spider-Man 2 game, because that story was great. And that's what I want to see about Kraven. He's not so much superpowered. Maybe he's a little superpowered in strength or something. But the idea that he is just the ultimate hunter that can hunt any prey and learn from those prey and then use that to hunt other prey. And that, you know, he's looking for the ultimate prey, which is kind of what was great about the Spider-Man 2 game. Like, I want that Kraven. And I want him hunting Spidey. Like, maybe that's where we're going to start off in Spidey 4. Plus, speaking of Daredevil, Spidey needs to be in Daredevil. Because a lot of the Daredevil characters can't be in Spidey, as we've recently learned. Not the Daredevil characters per se, but specifically Wilson Fisk. Vincent D'Onofrio was out there talking about there's some rights thing that they are not allowed to use Fisk in any movies. Which seems weird because at this point I thought they owned all of the rights. I guess, unless it's Sony considering him a Spider-Man thing or something, I guess maybe that's...
Sony, Kingpin can't be used in Sony movies or Marvel movies?
Any movies.
Any.
He can only be used as a TV character by Marvel. I don't know the details, I guess.
That makes no sense.
Well, a lot of deals make no sense, but it could be that they considered him a Spider-Man character instead of a Daredevil character, and it is some weird licensed agreement with Sony. I don't know. But somebody needs to take Sony out of this equation, because they don't know what the hell they're doing with those characters of those universes. They just don't.
Except Venom. They did decent with Venom.
I will say Venom is the closest. Even that we have problems with, but a lot of that, it's Tom Hardy more than it is the movies. Like him as Eddie Brock and Venom. He's fantastic in those. The movies around them, pretty good. They've not been terrible like these other things. But they're not great. But he's great. And get him in the MCU.
If you go in there wanting to have fun, you will have fun with Venom.
Right. Yeah, and I wanted to have fun with Kraven. I wanted to have fun with Madam Web. I wanted to have fun with whatever the hell the other ones I'm forgetting, but I did not. They used to be able to make decent Spider-Man movies, but that was Sam Raimi. Oh, yeah, Morbid Time. That one was okay, but again, Matt Smith.
Yeah. It's a delightful piece of scenery. I shall chew upon it.
All right, well, anyways, sorry we didn't get to other movies. Sorry we skipped out on Minecraft and even Screamboat and Death of a Unicorn.
I think Death of a Unicorn is one I want to see most of those three.
Same, even though I'm hearing it's not as great as everybody wanted, but still, I will probably like it more than most. I don't remember.
I feel like we're not the audience for Minecraft.
I think we'll like Minecraft, but we're not the audience we've been seeing online. I'll say that here. I am thrilled that those kids are having that experience and that time that they're having, outside of throwing shit at screens. Like, there's some cops have been called occasionally, and people are like, oh, let these kids enjoy it. It's like, no. They can enjoy it, they can scream, they can do whatever, but don't throw shit at movie screens because that is incredibly difficult to clean up and very expensive to replace. That's when I understand the law getting involved because it becomes major property damage. Popcorn is one thing, not as bad, but I mean, people throw in sodas and like, oh my God, you get a soda stain on one of those? Yeah, like, that's a line. That's a line.
Even Rocky Horror people will tell you, don't throw stuff at the screen. If you're in the front rows, you throw it backwards.
Right, yeah. So I'm glad they're all having that fun, but I'll also say, because we're not as into the lore, I'm actually glad we skipped out on it, because if we had ended up in a crowd like that, I don't know that I could have enjoyed the movie, because I might have just been very annoyed. Like, it's one thing when it's like an Avengers Endgame or something, and we're knowledgeable and we know the lore, and we can get all hyped with everybody.
I feel like, ask again next week, what the fuck's that?
Yeah. Yo, can you show? I mean, I thought I was young and hip. God damn, y'all making me feel my age.
What's chicken jockey?
Right, yeah. But I do think we will enjoy that movie. I think there's enough great Jack Black and Momoa in there that will make it enjoyable as hell to us. Especially after Jack Black's great Saturday Night Live, which
that was a very solid episode.
That dating game bit, especially that and the goth kid on vacation. Yeah, those were fantastic. All right, we rambled on about a bunch of other stuff. Well, next week is a Disney vlog, but then we'll try to watch some more cool stuff between now and then and talk to y'all about that at that point. But I don't know what. There's a lot of little things coming out, and a lot of things we just need to watch on demand. Like Mary's pants dropping. Bye.
Aiken has handle.
Mary has a handle on the camera. Eric thought to get it for you. This young man down here is incredibly ready for dinner. Oh, that's a beautiful close-up, Nappy Man. Mr. Napoleon. So listen, it's my birthday. I don't know that I wanted to open anything else. I thought, screw it, I'm going to open up a lightsaber. I'm not even going to open up the lightsaber that's in the order we should open them. This is actually the newest one I bought. It's been out a little while. Thought about buying it many, many times until I caught it on a D23 day and got it for 23% off. And then the next day, for like 24 hours, they had a 30% sale. I was like, what? Come on, man. Well, you know what that is?
What is that?
You'll see. We got a very cool saber here. This is
Green Napoleon?
This is also one that I just think is a beautiful, different design than a lot of them. So I think it really stands out. Am I on the right side of the tape? I'm not so sure.
Napoleon? What do you want to say? You got the camera now. What do you want to say? Aw.
See, now they're going to think I'm cheating and I'm swapping it out for a different one. Okay, I can't figure... Okay, that's not...
Here, you want to take the camera and let me have it go?
Oh, wait, I found it. I found our way in. Okay. I was about to. I do hate this, though.
Yes, hi. Hi. Daddy's struggling.
The tape is effective, but I hate how it always leaves like that one thread.
Daddy, can we be quiet?
Of course, you know. The point... He's like, no.
He waits until the camera's off of him.
Wait a minute. Okay, is that one now... They're backwards from each other? I think they are. Yeah, that's annoying. Also, that's annoying. Why is that on there? I did order this one from the Disney store, so that might be part of my issue here. Didn't actually buy this one in the parks. And we're not going to worry about getting this tape back on. That's how I know it's one I've opened.
Why would you put the tape back on?
Well, some of them I have. Well, for transporting home, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
When I take a look at it in my hotel room or something. That's why, you asked that question. I was like, good question. We have this logo. And we have... Hope it doesn't make me cry. I'm not that drunk yet. Psst. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. Except for the... broken piece, or is that just a broken piece?
No,
it's supposed to be like that, or is that supposed to be?
I think it just wasn't completely stuck in for some reason.
Oh, yeah, that one might need to be glued down a little bit. Interesting. Anyways, this is a beautiful The Last Jedi Princess Leia, Senator Organa lightsaber. Oh, that is pretty. It is a clanger danger mulberry banger. I don't know. I was looking for it. It will do not wear a cup guard. Now you may be wondering, how are you going to put a saber blade in there? Well, it's kind of like the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi one and some of the others where, listen, that's just going to snap. It's not going to work. So they do give you a fat neck to put on it. Oh. That's actually a much larger piece of it. I guess all the electronics are in there except for the batteries. Jeez. You want to actually show it? The other one, like, it's just replacing that piece. So you can have a thick neck and the saber blade can actually go in it. But that's a lot of...
That is
a surprising amount. And is that going to be the on switch? It doesn't feel like that moves. But I don't see what else would be the on switch. I just think this one is gorgeous. Oh, and this is just a screw. I thought this would actually require... well, finally get a screw, Princess Leia.
Go side to side, maybe?
Ooh, that's cool to see it there. Maybe. I thought this would take an Allen wrench. It'd be a little bit more work. But see, here's the thing. Like, how does that... And is that where the batteries are? Because that looks like a... No, the battery's got to be down in there. Hold on, let's just... Yeah, no, the battery... This is unscrewed, so the battery compartment's
there's a
still
diagram on the bottom of your case, by the way, that shows what everything is.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go back to it if I need to. I was trying to show it to the camera, but somebody was showing off the baby. I guess that just connects wherever it lands. Still not entirely sure where the... Oh, here's the on switch. It's down here in the base.
Oh.
I don't like that. Also, it sounds like this might need batteries because it didn't make any noise at all.
Oh.
Well, let's pop in the saber blade and we'll find out. Otherwise, we'll take a little break and swap out those batteries on the bottom. Oh, I gotta take a saber out of one of these, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Miss Jade, you can share. You can share with your brother-in-law.
Sister-in-law, you mean?
I guess they're sharing. Yeah, no, you're right. Oh no, it has sound. Oh, it doesn't want to twist in though. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just wasn't pushing down enough. Ooh.
That's an interesting sound.
Oh yeah, I like the sound design on that one a lot. I guess it's been a minute since I watched The Last Jedi. I could have sworn hers was purple, but I guess it makes sense it was blue. Oh yeah, I like those sound effects. This has a great feel to it too. The balance is really wonderful.
Now,
Everything.
how's the ribbing on that?
The ribbing feels good even in the hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's not a problem. I mean, if you grab it like right there, half on, half off, you're gonna feel it more, but down here you're good in a two-handed grip. It feels great up here where you would really hold it. Very lightweight, very fast. It has a really nice flicker. That's more flicker than I usually see in these.
You really see it on the video camera.
Okay, well, just believe me.
No, I said you really see the flicker.
Oh, you really do? I thought you said rarely, barely. Oh, this might be one of my favorite sabers I've bought, not only because it's so gorgeous. And that piece down here that was poking out doesn't seem to be trying to come back out, so that's good. I do wish, though, it was a switch up here instead of down here. I hate fake switches. Like switches that don't feel like that's how the saber would actually go.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm so thrilled I finally grabbed this one. I've had this sucker in and out of my cart for like 2 years. And now I have it, and it's pretty. It's a very unique design. But now I feel like I need to buy a proper Luke Skywalker one. How are you gonna have the Leia without the Luke?
Oh, which Luke Skywalker?
I would probably go late era, Return of the Jedi. Well, no, yeah, yeah, I guess the Return of the Jedi one. I have the Legend saber, the Black Series saber, but I don't have the Legacy. I'm gonna need to get that now. That's always been one of my other favorite sabers, anyways. All right, well, anyways, there's the switch, Mary. If you would like to give this a try,
Okay.
I'll grab from there.
All right.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, you're...
There, yeah. Oh, yeah, that does. Yeah.
I think it shows up better on camera, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have to be careful about not getting my hands right here because that does not feel good to me.
Well, that's what I said. If your hand is kind of half on that ridge part,
Yeah.
then you're really going to feel it, but your hand wouldn't really be there for the right balance anyways.
Hi, Jack.
He's more interested in Din Din, I think. No, he's like, oh, Mommy got a new stick? You want to dig out these sparkle balls from the couch for Daddy? For Daddy? Yes, Mary, you have to dig out sparkle balls for me to play with. Oh, man. I do not see... Okay, yeah, the camera is really showing off that color.
Yeah, it's very blue.
Well, like the reflection on the floor is like... You can see it in real life, but it's like way more on the camera. It even like kind of points when you pull it away from the camera. Hi, buddy. He's giving me some loving. Like, don't sweat. Put it down to the floor so you can see what I'm talking about. But like, look at that versus what you're actually seeing in real life.
Yeah. No, wow, that is so much more vibrant.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. It's almost got like a little black light effect going on or something. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you can really see it's really blooming. Like I can see a very soft bloom of blue light in with my eyes, but on the camera, it's extreme. It's like a black light extreme.
It was like...
Jedi rave. Like I'll be in the middle of May 4th again. You know what I should do this time, though? I should accept that I want to go stand in the middle of that madness for 20 minutes, and I should have my 360 camera up.
Yeah. So
we can relive being in the center of the saber meetup that I assume will happen. Careful you don't hit Aaron. You came close. You'd be like, Mama, why have I forsaken you? Don't poop the boy. He's been a good boy today. Well, okay, that boy has not been a good boy, so you can boop them. Or me. But yeah, I really, really like this saber. I'm going to hand this bag off to you. That way I can close it out, because this is my birthday. I do what I want. As long as it's okay with Mary. But yeah, like, notice, like, look in real life versus...
Yeah. See that? That's weird.
Or even, like, just pointing down. Like, I can't see a dot on the floor with my eyes, but I bet you can see a clear...
Not clear, but it's definitely... There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't really see it. That's cool, man. Oh, what does it do on Jack? Nothing really. Maybe it's because he's over in the light.
Yeah, maybe. Hi, Jack.
But this is very nice. And hold on, I gotta do one thing. I shouldn't have taken this out of Mara's saber, because this would go faster. Ladies, please.
Okay, so the blue's definitely blue, but your purple's almost white.
Well, remember we talked about that. You see the purple edges on camera. In real life, it looks purple.
Yeah.
No, that'd probably be a bad joke. I was gonna say, am I visible? Because it's trans. I don't know.
Yeah, let's not do it.
Yeah. Obviously not making fun of anybody.
Jack, my leg is not a scratching post, honey. Thank you.
We should really do this over there where we have room. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. It's pretty much dinner time, so. Finger. You just got fingered. Call yourself Freddy. Disney pin unboxing time. I'm disheveled, but I don't care. It's my birthday. Do what I want. Lots of wine, lots of pasta, some bloating. It's been a good birthday. We're here for Disney Magical Chefs round 2. Hopefully we have 2 boxes of exactly the same pins again like last time. In case you want to look. I like all of these. Some less than others.
We already got.
Yeah, we'll tell them. I was going to get to that.
Yeah, it looks like last time we got the Country Bear and Mickey.
And Mickey, which was very cool. And now I'm a fan of the Country Bears. I don't know if the vlog has come out yet where I watched Country Bear Jamboree for the first time. I think that's next week. There's also Tangled, Rapunzel. Donald, I'd really like. Stitch, I would love. Kronk will be fine. Remy Ratatouille would be fine. And of course, why am I saying Belle? It's not Belle. Oh, come on. Tiana, thank you. Thank you. It's like one of my favorite Disney films. I was just completely freaking blanking. So we're going to open these up. We're going to see what we get. And the rest will be for trading, because I'm less than a month now from my May trip, which is getting wild. I can't believe I booked another event for November, and like it didn't have a 60-day window, but we'll talk about that if we haven't already. I got 2 pins. Of course, Lady always go first.
Okay. That's your birthday.
Lady, no, even on my birthday, the lady goes first. God damn it. God.
So this is like our 3rd one, I think.
That is our 3rd Mickey. It'll go real good on the trade circuit. Jack, don't eat the tree. I heard you actually eating it, bro. Don't do that. He wasn't just pawing on it. He was actually, you could hear him like, I thought it sounded like loud grooming, but it was. Oh, but he does have he has his Bleppy on it. He's hunting Bleppy. Okay. Getting really warm. The pasta's swelling. It was really good. Hey! Look who's got the birthday luck. I got Tiana and I give a foot. Sorry. And she's making Benny's baby.
Beignets?
Yeah, I mean, but Benny's is a fun way of saying it. All right, cool. I'm glad okay. It's not just my boy. It's not just, oh boy, I'm TheEricButts' best friend. Especially on April 6th when it's his birthday. Thank you, Mickey. I love you too. I love you. Remember that one time in Acapulco? Mickey, we're not supposed to talk about that. I just remember buttering your biscuits. Bro, listen, breakfast was amazing, but we don't want to tell the rest of the story. Are you talking about the sausage? Mickey.
I still haven't looked to see what pin I have.
All right, let's go. I'm entertaining myself.
3rd one of these.
I bought 6 boxes of these pins randomly grabbed from the shelf, different sections. And 3 of those boxes were identical.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Well, I was very excited. I didn't know if they still have these by the time I get back. I don't have a De Niro line. I was trying to De Niro this. Well, theoretically, mine should be different. Theoretically. I just jinxed it. It's another Mickey. You know, you can never have enough Mickey. I did that one night in Acapulco. Yeah, right. Mickey, god damn. Mickey's so crazy. He's so fucking crazy. You could say he's fucking goofy. Gorsh.
Eric,
you weren't supposed to talk about that night in Acapulco. What was your joke? I'm sorry.
You're far too full.
There was pretty damn good wines. They found me some good pairings, and then the mezcal leak out.
Mickey?
Yeah. Oh baby. Oh yeah, lick my batter, Eric.
So we get to mark 1 off of here.
Wow. Flippin' wow. I don't know why I'm not swearing. Fucking wow. Holy shit. We have opened 8 pins and we have gotten 3. This is the worst run of these we've ever had. Now, luckily, pin trading is a thing, particularly going back in the parks. Really easy. These will go really fast when I trade them for crappier pins. No, it's fine. It's fine. It is annoying though, because this is like one of the times, because it's such me thing, like magical chefs, you know, like me. That's right, Eric. You make delicious salty meats and creamy sauces. And your dessert is oh so sweet. Oh boy. Thanks, Mickey. This just feels like, you know. And your dinner surprise, especially that dessert, that cream puff surprise, that cream pie surprise. Oh boy.
I'm married to this. And oddly enough, I don't regret it.
What the fuck's wrong with her? I don't fucking know. Not questioning a good thing. Okay.
So I think that wraps it up for this video.
Bye-bye. Hey, cocktail time. And I'm actually stone sober because the sun's still up. I haven't even had any wine yet. I just had some dinner. So we're about to embark on probably the most complicated cocktail I've ever made. Not because of the alcohol portion. I got a new Food Network magazine and they have 3 delicious sounding takes on Bloody Marys. So we're gonna do the Tomatillo Bloody Mary today. It's not a super scientific recipe either. Now, this is meant to be a batched drink. This is meant to serve 4 singles. I'm gonna make half of this and have 1 double. And no matter how good it is, I'll probably never have it again because there's a lot of prep and ingredients involved. The others are quite a bit easier. Oh, and Mary is home. Yay.
Hi.
I was just thinking it's a good thing we did cancel that movie because you probably wouldn't have made it.
Well, if I'd taken the interstate, maybe.
Okay.
Depending on what the hell was on the interstate.
That's a good point. But anyways, I was just telling them how we're starting to make these Bloody Marys and how they're going to be the most complicated drink I've ever made. And, you know, I may never make it again, even if it's delicious. Yay, you brought me a cheeseburger for later.
No, actually I didn't. That's just my privilege.
Did you forget to give me a cheeseburger for later?
You told me it was
No,
up to me.
Well, I meant like up to you if you stopped.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, if you did, that's fine. I don't need it.
Misunderstood. I sorry.
The day is canceled. No, it's fine. I'm sure I didn't need the calories, but it sure would have sounded good later. Anyways.
I was starving and
I know, it's fine.
I was not looking forward to taking 2 hours to get home.
Yes. Anyways, we're doing finally getting back to this. We're doing the Tomatillo Bloody Mary. So I'm going to make the puree mix right now. I don't want to stick it in the fridge, and I'm going to go drink wine and do other work, and I'll make the real drink later. But, so this requires, to make the Tomatillo puree, For the full batch, blend 3 tomatillos. Large ones, medium, small ones, I don't know. I'm guessing here. Half of an English cucumber. A big handful of seedless green grapes. Excellent measurement. Like baby hands? I almost made a political joke. Baby hands, massive hands, basketball player hands. 1 seeded jalapeno. Big one, fat one, skinny one. And why seeded? Come on, man. I may leave some seeds in there. Well, you're gonna drink it. You probably don't want the seeds. And 1/4 cup chopped cilantro. I do have some fresh cilantro. I'm hoping I don't have to cut some. I've got some I cut up a little bit ago. I think some of it's bad, but I think I can get in there and get what I need, hopefully. A tablespoon of horseradish. I assume they mean prepared horseradish. 2 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and half a teaspoon of kosher salt. I don't have a blender or anything, so I'm gonna use my NutriBullet, which is great, because that purees the hell out of stuff. Aaron Purr. Daddy's getting the squirt gun. Okay, yeah, all I had to do is rattle it, he ran. All right, so let's, he's trying to eat the treat. He's trying to say it's dinner time. It's like, we know, shut up. Not shut up. Now, I do have 3, I already peeled them and cleaned them. 3 smaller tomatillos here. Because I feel like maybe that's enough. Yeah, probably that's enough. Now, since we are gonna blend these down, we don't have to do too much prep, but I do like to kind of get the stem piece out. So I'm just gonna kind of cut around that. Plus, I do want to take it down into chunks. It makes life a little easier. And then we'll just get rid of that. So I'm just gonna throw all this into the cup we're gonna use to blend. Wasn't sure if I needed a big cup or a small cup. I thought I'll play it safe and use the big cup.
You want me to just leave the top off of this?
Sure. Thank you. So that will be our tomatillos. I don't know what I'll do with the other one later, but never really tried eating one raw. I wonder if that's any good. Okay. Now, so since we are having the recipe, we want about 1/4 of this big boy right here. Just make sure it doesn't go off. I was polishing my cucumber. So that's about half. Let's go about there. We'll dice up the rest for later. I'm gonna take a little nubbin off just in case. And again, I can just kind of do big chunks. Hi. They can't see us anyways, so use all the tongue you want to. Oh, I don't need a bath. Honestly, too, while I have this cucumber here, I'm just gonna make short work of just, let's go ahead and slice up some slices. I suppose I'll eat those later. I'm not doing a real good job of keeping my slices consistent though. Normally I would do this on a mandolin, yeah. Because again, some cucumbers and tahini. Now granted, I don't know if an English cucumber is going to be that tasty like that, but... All right, let me get a little container for those. Don't you run away. Let's see, can we get away with one of these? But you know what? I'm missing a lid, so I don't know if I want to use one of these. Can I use one of those? That seems to be missing a lid too. Is that gonna, will that hold all those? Maybe. Suppose if we have some extras, we'll just snack on those right now. Maybe. Can I actually close that? Probably. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna do my peppers last because I don't want to cut all my peppers right now, but I am gonna prep them. since I'm doing this. All right, the green grapes. So I already picked out a few and I kind of rinsed them down. That's fine. We'll leave this one off. So they said a big old handful, right? So I feel like that's kind of a good big half handful. Whoop. So we'll just throw all those in there. All right, let's get the cilantro in if we can. So what it wants for the big batch, it wants a 1/4 cup. So we want an 1/8 of a cup, which is like what, 2 tablespoons or something? Echo. How many tablespoons in a 1/4 cup?
1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons.
All right, so 2 tablespoons would be 1/4 cup. Just gonna kind of roughly.
Didn't it just say 4 tablespoons?
For a 1/4 cup. I need an 1/8 a cup.
Okay.
I know I'm misspeaking a bunch, I think. Yeah, this is kind of gone. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm not getting anything out of that. Damn it. I was hoping to avoid having to do any cilantro work here. Okay, well, shoot.
All right, guys. You all want them then?
We'll come back to the cilantro. We'll go ahead and do the peppers. Why not? I guess I'm gonna need.
Interesting.
What?
I think it's a cucumber I'm smelling.
No, maybe because like I did chicken nuggets. If that's what you thought you were smelling, but.
No, this is definitely green.
Alright guys, y'all know what time it is? Cameron, you know what time it is? Did you know what time it is? Napoleon, do you know what time it is?
I have more time. Where are they all going?
You probably thrown them randomly into the or they're all in the refrigerator with stuff that you've completely forgotten about.
That's more likely that they're all in the fridge, but I'm also seem to be missing a couple of the small lids, so that's the weirdest part.
Alright guys. It is peanut butter time.
No, we'll figure something out, I guess.
It is peanut butter time.
Yeah, we'll come back to this, but we'll go ahead and do the jalapenos then, since we're right here. I'm going to use this one for me. I already washed these. They were starting to turn, so I needed to wash them and threw them in a Ziploc, put them in the fridge for a day or two so they didn't turn too fast on me. Oh, this guy is pretty seedless. He might have been a good choice. Oh shit. I'll get one more off there. There we go. I feel like I'm doing a whole extra cooking section for y'all. I mean, I kind of technically am, huh? All right, we'll take this little guy down being for me. Come on now. Get in. Everybody get in the pool. Get in the car. Get your shoes on. We're almost to grandma's. Yeah, paper towel. Flip my hand a little bit here. All right, now this is the guy. We'll use this guy for the actual thing. So what do I actually want? Not a whole one. We want a half of one seeded. So just go ahead and take off the nub. There's probably better ways to do this than what I'm about to do. I'm out of practice for seeding things. So I'm gonna take this puppy in half. And let's see if we can seed this fairly easily. Almost. I got a couple in there. Okay. Still a piece or two in there. Let's get those seeds out so I don't have to drink them. That's what we're really trying to avoid. There we go. So that guy is de-seeded. Let me put it down a bit. So introduce seeds back in. And we'll go ahead and just make it a few chunks here. Boom. And then I guess I'm just gonna have little half rings for myself and this guy. Well, it should be pretty easy to tell which jalapeno is which. I'm sure this guy will end up getting diced down and thrown in some scrambled eggs here soon. Hey, we got a thing for that. All right, I do have some serranos I need to do. They don't make any difference to this, but all right, let me clean up my station here a little bit so we can work the cilantro. Which, of course, I do not have a thing to store it in now. I really need to sharpen my knife. Or just actually get a really good one. I think I've probably earned a proper chef knife at this point. Okay, cilantro. It's pretty much the last veggie we gotta work is cilantro and a little bit of lime juice. Man, this is gonna take a minute here. All right, so let's see. I got a fresh bundle and I got a slightly turned bundle, but it might still have some life in it. Ooh, I pulled that out really poorly. But I think we got lucky. Okay, hang on. This line needs to fucking go anyways. Oh, now I poured a. Okay, shit. All right, you know. Fuck, I don't know. Hang on here, I got a little bit of an issue. Yeah, no. See, I kind of hate to toss it because so much of that looks good, like up here. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to toss that, I think. Well, it's a good thing I got a fresh bundle. Oh, that reminds me, I have a thing I want to do. Okay, how am I going to get this out easy where I don't make a big old grody mess on my hands here? Ah, there we go. Come on. Into the compost chute, fly boy. Let me get a paper towel and work that a little bit better. Sorry for this step. At least Mary's gonna have a lot of nice compostable greens here. Yeah. All right. Okay, we got that part. Gonna want one of these here in a second. I'm kind of doing a secondary side thing. So pardon me while I work my cilantro. And of course, I actually wanted a bunch of stems on this one. So of course, this time, for whatever reason, every bundle in the store was like short stemmed. Okay. But like we normally do, you twist it off. Give me the leaves out as I can here. And for a thing I'm going to do that's not for this, I'm putting all those stems in there. I should have washed them. I just realized that. Okay. It's way more cilantro than we need, but I mean, if I'm here, I might as well deal with it. Should have removed my wedding ring, which I will do now, just so I don't keep making a mess with it. And then with these, I'll get you all back out of here. Oh boy, and I don't have a container to put this in when it's done. Or do I? Not easy to get to. Oops. Poop swallows. If I could find the lid for that, that'd be the perfect container. Oh, there's a bunch of other containers. This doesn't work. There's nothing else. It's lit. Good Lord, Mary's right. In the back, I found a secret stash. Knocking shit over like a pro. All right, so this will take a minute because we got to work this down. I just like to give it a bit of a rough chop here and a rough chop there. Pretty close to where I want it. I was really hoping I could get away with using that older cilantro, but at least this will be fresh. All right, I don't need to make this micro cilantro, so I'm feeling pretty good about all that. So we decided on 2 tablespoons. One, and goes another. And for the rest of this, I think it needs to go in here. Again, 2 of my favorite ingredients, cilantro and garlic. Both are like the most pain in the butt ingredients for me to work with. It's mostly because, you know, they just stick to everything. And it's kind of difficult at times. I mean, look at my hands. Salvage what we can here. And I guess I will be having some form of tacos in the near future. Okay. All right, that's probably about as good as that's gonna get. Let me rinse my hands off. The only other produce we have to prep is some lime. Okay. I mean, I still have some serranos to dice up right quick, so I'm gonna try and clean this up a little bit, but I don't need to do that on camera. Hear Mary listening to good old Philly D down there. I think it's kind of interesting. I got her turned on to him. I think it was during the strikes. That's what it was. I was trying to remember when and how I did that. And it was during all the writer strikes, and none of her nighttime shows were on. So I was like, well, Phil DeFranco's kind of close. And I kind of appreciate that now she watches them all the time. Okay. Let's prep this lime. We can get the rest of the ingredients going. We can blend this. We can taste it. We can make sure it's what we want. And then we can refrigerate it, and I can start drinking wine. And go and do this Superman 5-minute scene that y'all have seen me watch and probably cry to by now. Let me roll this out a little bit. Loosen the juice, if you will. very juicy boy. Hopefully we get enough out of here. There we go. Starting to get a little something out of them. We got like half of shit. Might take this whole lime just to get 1 tablespoon. Usually you get a couple tablespoons out of a lime, but this guy is just not ready. Should have picked a different lime. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got in there. How much did we end up with? Well, we almost got 1/8 of a cup, which I guess is 2 tablespoons. How much do we need? Oh, we're talking teaspoons. We only need a teaspoon of lime juice in there. All right, well, if that's the case, let's do, I'm gonna use this 1/2 teaspoon because that's gonna help with the other stuff. Well, we got a 1/4, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Got a 1/4 for salt. I got 1/2 teaspoon, so we'll do 2 of those in lime juice and 1 of those in Worcestershire. All right. And just double check. Make sure I don't screw up here. Oh, we also need 1/2 tablespoon of horseradish. Or 1/2 teaspoon or tablespoon? 1/2 tablespoon of horseradish, okay. That's the 1/2 teaspoon. Jeez, I can talk good. 1/2 tablespoon of horseradish, 1 teaspoon of fresh lime juice, 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire, and okay, all right. All right, so since we actually want 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt in here, so that one's done. We want 1/2 tablespoon, right? Yep, 1/2 tablespoon of prepared horseradish. Smells good. A little heavy, but well, that smells really good, actually. Okay, I'll get the Worcestershire out and ready. Maybe. Oh, phew. I was like, I know I got some, but I sure panicked there for a moment. All right, so we're doing 2 1/2 teaspoons of lime juice. I'm just doing that to save a thing. A dish. And I want 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire. Okay, I think that's everything, right? So we got our tomatillos, we got our English cucumber, we got a big handful of seedless grapes, we got our jalapeno, we got our cilantro, we got our horseradish, our lime juice, our Worcestershire, and our salt. Whew, like I said, one of the most complicated drinks I've ever made on this channel. So now all we gotta do is blend it and taste it and see if we want to adjust that. Because all you're really gonna do is stir it up with some tequila in a glass and a tahini rim. So, you know, the rest of it's gonna be pretty easy. That's interesting. Oh. There we go. I didn't quite have a seal on that. That actually, you know, hold on, before I, this does still have a seal in it, right? Yeah, okay. Got a little bit worried. Because that doesn't want to seal as well as I want it to. Well, hopefully we don't make a huge old mess here in just a second. All right. Guess I'll turn this down so you can watch the blending a little bit. Let me just, loud noise. I'm gonna turn it upside down, let that settle back in a little bit. Okay. It's looking pretty right. I'll give it just another little bit of a blast here. Mostly just trying to get that cilantro nice and diced in. Looks like I did a pretty good job. Smells kind of good. I'm going to taste test that though. Now this should mostly kind of give me an idea what the drink's going to taste like, but yeah, it's definitely got a drinkable quality to it. It's good. It's not quite as flavorful as I anticipated. That's a lot more subtle than I was anticipating. Maybe after it chills and settles for a bit, which they don't tell you to do. I'm just doing that because of timing. Yeah, all right, well, we'll come back and finish. That took almost half an hour. Bye. Boom! Cocktail time!
Woo!
Woo! Cocktails! Woo! Oh, I thought you'd do it with me.
Oh, sorry.
Divorce. No.
All right.
I'm joking. By the way, I just realized looking at my camera as a hidden Mickey. Oh, right. I don't have to set this up. We just have to finish making it. We already spent half an hour. Longest cocktail segment ever. And the kids are ready for dinner, so I got to shut up. Tomatillo Bloody Mary. So we made our tomatillo puree, which, you know, is all right. Probably just need a little more salt, a little more lime juice. But for each drink, now I'm going to go ahead and make a double here. You're going to run a lime wedge along the rim. You're going to do it in tahini. You're going to rim it with tahini. Then you're going to do, for 4 ounces of the puree to 1.5 ounces of Blanco tequila, which we got the cheap-ass 1800, but, you know, we're mixing it with a bunch of stuff. You stir, and then fill with ice, baby, which is weird. Garnish with a lime wedge, half radish, pickled jalapeno, and a strip of bacon. I'm not doing any of that. Although I did notice they have a full pickled jalapeno, which is kind of neat. It's like, oh, I've never had that. That'd be nice. So anyways, I got this tiny measuring device that we'll have to do things in a couple of times. So first we rim. I already sliced up a little bit of a lime wedge here just to rim my No Butts, No Glory pint glass, because I figure since I'm doing a double, I want to make sure I have a glass large enough. There's no sleep for Mary.
Mary never sleeps.
Just because Mary, the wife that never sleeps. Wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. All right, let's see here. Eric has seen a Superman trailer now, and he's a very happy place. But also, he also saw a Naked Gun trailer, so he's also a very happy place. I refilled this fairly recently. I didn't want to take all the tahini, though, so let's see. Shoot. Maybe I should put some more in there.
I think you're good. I mean, you can kind of swish the...
I know. Don't tell me what to do. I'm just kidding. Oh, God, my lime juice is really dribbled down. I should have had that more ready.
You being prepared?
I thought I was pretty well prepared. Actually, that's a pretty good tahini.
Oh, that is.
Damn.
Damn, why don't you do mine like that?
I was just thinking, like, that's the best tahini rim I've ever done. Shit, I'm sorry, Mary. All right, so first, we put in the puree. So we want 4 ounces. This thing only measures up to 2 ounces, so we're going to want to do 2 full pours here.
How much of a mess is this going to make?
Not much.
Oh, that is really set up.
Maybe I should give that a quick stirring.
Yeah.
Actually, it hasn't set up that much, but it did set up some. Okay. Good call, my love. Oh yeah, that's much better. Keep it where I can see it. I'm sure this is not an exact science. Clerp. Oh, now I can't see the line.
Yeah,
I can kind of see it. I'm gonna go a little heavy on it just to, since it's not all coming out. If I had known
it just smells very green. Like, almost feels like grass.
What it tasted like too. No, I'm just kidding. It was fine. Shit, I made enough. I made way more than, wow, this recipe is.
Didn't it say mix 4?
I need 8 ounces. You're right. We got to do this more. Thank you for reminding me that I was doing
Wait, no, I think you're right. I think it's supposed to make
4 ounces of the puree to 1.5 ounces of tequila. I'm doubling it.
Okay.
I thought that seemed like not a lot. It's like I should use most of what I've got here.
Okay.
This is why we always went in the pint class instead of a tall boy or whatever. Not a tall boy, but a.
This might be one of the healthiest drinks you've had.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, if nothing else, this is a great way to get a lot of veggies into your alcohol. You know, because like.
Folks, do you have a picky drinker in your life?
Well, like your standard Bloody Marys, of course, there's a lot of tomato juice and stuff, but it's still kind of pre-made. You know, like if you aren't making it completely from scratch. Yeah. By the way, you can see I've still got some puree left. That it's, you know, it's still not as good. Like this is literally completely made from actual vegetables. So, and I guess my tequila will help me clear this out. So we need to do a 2 ounce and a 1 ounce pour, or 2.5 ounce pours. Honestly, too, I was almost tempted to use the. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, the other
cucumber jalapeno 1800 that I've not been using because I thought it was meh.
I guess that makes sense because there's cucumbers and jalapeno in this drink, yeah?
Exactly. So, I mean, this can't... I know I like to do things traditionally the first time, but fuck it. I'm EricButts, damn it. I do what I want.
So
as long as it's okay with Mary.
That didn't have much flavor, or...
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of flavor. But I was wondering if maybe it'll sit... Even though they don't tell you to refrigerate it, if maybe it'll kind of sit up and get interesting. There we go. Now we're going to add a little bit of ice. Or do we stir or then add ice?
Stir and then ice.
Stir and then ice. I'll get a... Let's use one of these.
Okay. So if you're going to use your fancy bar spoon.
Well, I just figure I'm going to put a straw in it anyways at some point. So even though I like to, you know, lick the lid and everything, but... Oh, that is like really thick. Like in a good way.
Not quite milkshake.
I'm trying to like do the downward stir. It's mixing in some tahini, so hopefully that's not...
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I probably should have used a real...
Technically, I don't think this is meant to be drunk with a straw.
Well, yeah. Well, usually you don't with margaritas, but sometimes I do, so I'll drink them shorter. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have just fucking used a bar spoon. Look.
This drink got some body.
That's a thick boy. Let's get a few pieces of ice in there.
Okay.
Obviously not a lot of room for it. 3 pieces should be fine. Not like we're out on a hot summer day. And then fuck the garnishing, because, you know. But there we have the Tomatillo Bloody Mary. I guess I'll do it sans straw first. I'm gonna go on the lightly tahini side because I don't know, you know, how much I really want there. Bottoms up. I feel like I'm drinking an alcoholic smoothie.
You kind of
is, isn't it? Yeah.
Alcoholic green drink.
Oh, that's pretty goddamn good. But pouring the tequila on top of what?
Considering all the work you put into it, one hopes.
It's not like great though. I can't say it's really worth the effort. But, and also too, where I poured the tequila on the top, I feel like I'm getting mostly tequila. Maybe. I could be wrong. It might be my imagination. I don't taste the tequila at all.
From the bottom?
Yeah, either way. It's fine. There's no heat here, by the way, if you would like to try it.
I will try it out of curiosity. But...
I would recommend out of curiosity, but honestly, I'm kind of glad I'm not blown away. so I don't have to worry about making it again. It's fine. I like the vegetable mix, even though it's not super flavorful. Don't taste it, and feel free to hit some tahini with your drink or whatever. There's like no heat. I took the seeds out of the jalapeno. It wasn't a very spicy one. Like, it tastes like a good vegetable drink, but I don't know if I like it as a cocktail. Well, you're having a different reaction. Maybe the wine flavor in my mouth has an effect here.
This is... Let me try this. Yeah, that's not my flavor profile.
But I mean, it's not like awful, right? It's
There's something in there I don't like. Now, I do not have the cilantro soap.
right. No, I know
There's some. Now, maybe it's just the tomatillo. I don't know. I honestly don't know what tomatillo tastes like.
It's very tart tomato. You probably.
That might be.
I was gonna say you probably don't like that in general. Because you didn't really like. Yes, that happened earlier. You didn't really like the verde salsa, which is very much based on tomatillo.
So that's probably.
Sorry, my love, but she's leaning over and drinking her water. By the way, has that been here there since you came in from, and you haven't had any water other than that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Why?
Because you should drink more water, kettle.
I have my kombucha.
That's not water, though. Yeah, this is just kind of... If I ordered this at a bar or whatever, like, hey, we have this Tomatillo Bloody Mary. I'd be like, all right, let me try that. I'd be like, I can drink it. I'll finish it. I'm good, though. I've had it. I don't need to have it again. Which is good, because it was a lot of fucking work. But also, I feel like this could be something... if I did my own version, like if I balanced it more out to my flavor profile, since so much of this was not really measured, you know, it's just like this many of that, a handful of this, some of that.
I kind of feel like this is something that would benefit from being spicier.
I agree. I was going to say, I think it needs more jalapeno. I should not de-seed it. I think it could use more salt and more lime juice and more horseradish. But I think I did not get rid of this lime juice, so fuck it. However much was left there. I don't know. Actually.
Maybe like a quarter ounce, half ounce.
No, it was
tops.
nowhere near a quarter of an ounce. I started with less than an eighth of a cup or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Hit that with a little salt. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go ham here. Let's do a little black pepper in there.
Miss Itty
Itty Bit, you can show her if you want, but
Itties, you do not belong on the counter. No, you don't. She's like, but you have technology.
Yo, Itty Bit, Itty Bit, Itty Bit, Itty Bit. Come here, sweetheart. Thank you. All right, let's see. I got it pretty well blended in. Let's see if that helps it out a little bit. You know, I feel like that was a little bit of an improvement, but not that much of an improvement.
Got hot sauce you can add in there.
Actually, there is, but I tell you what we're going to do. Because there's no reason to keep this. So we're just going to dump that in there.
Eva, are you thinking bad ideas?
And then let's fucking throw some more tequila in this motherfucker. Sure.
Tequila float.
Well, I'm going to stir it up. Because, like Mary said, can we put a hot sauce in there? I was like, I do. I know I have it. Oh, I just moved it out of the way.
Hi.
All right, we have some hot ones heating this Los Calientes Verde, since this is essentially a Verde drink anyways.
I'm going to assume that's not one of the really hot
Oh
ones.
god, no, it's like mid-level.
Okay.
Plus, there's so much stuff in there. That much is gonna...
All right.
Excuse me, baby girl.
Itty bitty baby girl.
Those ice cubes have pretty much already melted down to nothing, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
I know it's picking up all that tahini. All right, let's see if Eric made it better. It's still not great, but it has a lot more flavor now. Well, it has some more flavor now. Honestly, I think the cucumber is the problem in here. I think that just like washes away all the flavors.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just like, dude, just make a fucking verde. Just put tequila in your verde. You know, just do some tomatillo, cilantro, jalapeno. Maybe do some onion, since that wasn't in here. Yeah. I mean, the horseradish, the Worcestershire, could probably use a little more Worcestershire. Would you like to try it now? I have not really added any extra heat to it.
No, I'm
fine.
Not interested.
It's drinkable. I'm going to drink it. I think the hot one sauce made it much better. So that was a really good call on my loves part there. This one's kind of a failure. Let's hope the others aren't as much. I'll tell you right now, we're going to end up eventually trying a Bloody Mary Michelada. And the one I'm more excited for is the Dirty Bloody Mary.
Oh, by the way, I have some pickle juice. Do you want it?
Of course. No, I think I have a ton right now. Because pickletinis, don't forget about my pickletinis. Make the martini the way you want to make it, but substitute pickle juice for olive brine. Make it filthy dirty. If you love pickles, it's a good time. It can also be that this tequila's not very good. Tequila's not good. This is for sure. We need Drunk Stitch. He needs to accidentally get into the older sister's liquor cabinet in the movie. And he's just there like...
Now the
Lilo, Stitch is drunk again!
I can see the mad scientist having like some sort of, alien booze.
There you go. It just needs more acidity.
Or it just turns out he finds that something that's not normally alcoholic to humans.
Oh, yeah. It's like orange juice gets him fucking drunk or something like that.
Yeah. Is the citric acid in these...
I didn't stir that in. I just squeezed that, so I took a sip off the top where I got a lot more of it. Mm-hmm. That was a nice step in the right direction. It needs more lime juice. It needs more salt, more lime juice. We're not going to fix this perfectly. Absolutely not worth the time it took to make. But I will drink it. And now I kind of want to maybe one day I'll create my own version based off the successes and failures of this.
And you're getting some veggies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I eat a reasonable amount of veggies, by the way. Just so people know. Okay. What am I going to do tonight? I guess it's not raining. It's not tornadoing, so I can get on the deck.
Do we need to have this conversation on camera?
Because I could go play another Indiana Jones for my membership videos that y'all should pay $1.99 for 1 month, 2 months, however many months you want, and get all these extra videos. Also, I really want to kiss on you and touch parts of your body. So
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut now.
Yeah, because I'm about to say some shit.
All right.
So I don't know what the fuck. It's only been maybe 5-10 minutes, but this drink suddenly has gotten good. Maybe all that hot sauce, I can taste the hot ones in here, and the lime, and stuff is really coming through. And suddenly this is kind of tasty. I don't know if it's because I was drinking through the straw. Maybe it all fell to the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, that's a lot tastier than it was a minute ago. This might be one of those drinks you need to make it and let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, that's much better. I'm wondering if maybe because it was just such a thick concoction, it took longer for the stuff to kind of blend together. You think?
Maybe, or maybe you need one of those little immersion things when you do it.
Yeah, maybe the tequila and everything needed to be blended into it, but also the hot one sauce, it's not overpowering it, but it's definitely there now. Oh, that's actually, now I really like this drink. Shit. And there you go. That is yet another log in the books. Another time when Eric Butts cooks. Another time to get these sexy looks. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully you had a good time. Comment below, what would you put in your salad? What did you think about Kraven? Hey, if you liked it, more power to you. I'm jealous. Oh, that's just, I forgot I moved that there. All that and more, geek out with me in the comments. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, and click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. You can check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up Eric Butts, try a couple of songs, get excited for new stuff. Also, check out the YouTube memberships, $1.99 a month. Lots of video game Let's Plays and other stuff. And of course, you know, plenty more gameplays here, cooking videos, some kind of filmmaking something maybe eventually. All that and more you can follow right here, or go to TheEricButts.com for all your funky butts fun. There's more with the links in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. And on that note, I'm going to get on out of here so I can go edit this thing, live some more life. Next week is Disney. I'll see you all later. Bye. Love you. Mom was proud.